Robert Downey Jr., after a 5-year break, is returning to Marvel, but before he did that, he actually turned down Ryan Reynolds.
Guys, so Ryan Reynolds obviously has to be deported back to Canada. Once again, this is a way for the left and the right to come together because no matter where you stand on the topic of mass deportations of illegals, we can now all agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni.
It looks like Hollywood's golden couple, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, might not be as beloved behind the scenes as they are on the red carpet. And if Robert Downey Jr.'s recent decision is any indication,
Making the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman told Ryan Reynolds in 2021 he'd return as Wolverine after saying 4 years earlier he'd never come back doing the movie Logan. It was one of the most cameo-filled movies in history where 45 different actors from both the MCU and the Fox universe returned for Deadpool and Wolverine.
their reputation might be in serious trouble. The Iron Man star was reportedly approached for a cameo in Deadpool and Wolverine, a film packed with A-list appearances. But instead of jumping at the chance to work with Ryan, RDJ turned it down without hesitation.
One actor Ryan Reynolds asked to return for Deadpool and Wolverine was Robert Downey Jr., saying he wanted him to share a scene with Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau does actually have a very big scene in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, but that scene was originally written with Robert Downey Jr. taking the main stage and Jon Favreau only being a small part of it. He even wrote the scene in 2018 just so it would make sense for Robert Downey Jr.'s character to be in there because it does take place before the events of Avengers Infinity War. When Ryan Reynolds approached Robert Downey Jr. with the script, he said he was completely shocked he got an instant no. The reason was Robert Downey Jr. was already in talks to return as Dr. Doom, but he couldn't tell Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds said he didn't know about that until it was revealed, but now is happy for him and said he wants to fight him in Secret Wars. We'll get to see them together on screen eventually. With that, I'm Charles Pro. Subscribe to learn something.
And now, rumors are swirling that his refusal had less to do with scheduling conflicts and more to do with Hollywood's best-kept secret. Ryan Reynolds isn't the nice guy everyone thinks he is.
Bills members, what celebrities would be the most fun to hang out with?
He's probably on the list just because he covers himself up in his movies and you don't see his face. Ryan Reynolds, is he one of those? And you want to know something? He's not so funny in real life.
But wait, this story gets even messier because RDJ's rejection isn't just about Ryan. It turns out that there's a growing list of Hollywood insiders whispering about how both Ryan and Blake have been making moves behind the scenes, raising eyebrows. From on-set power plays to A-listers, calling them out, the carefully crafted image of Hollywood's funniest couple is starting to crack. And if you think this is just gossip, wait until you hear what some of Ryan's co-stars and even industry veterans have to say. So why did RDJ really turn down the Deadpool and Wolverine cameo? According to reports, Ryan went all out to get him on board. The script was written with RDJ in mind, and Ryan even personally pitched the idea. But instead of even considering the offer, RDJ reportedly shut it down instantly.
Candace Owens posted to her story saying she spoke to a source that claims Ryan Reynolds is the problem. She said the tip came from someone who allegedly worked on the set and said lately everyone is bashing Blake Lively, but apparently the true villain of the saga is Ryan. This person is alleging that everything started when Ryan Reynolds decided to stroll onto the movie set one day and review the dailies. This is an industry term for all the footage that they filmed for the day. And he also decided to take a look at the script, and between the two, something allegedly set him off. This person claims that the production assistants then overheard Ryan and Blake having an argument in her trailer. Ryan Reynolds started being on the set on a regular basis as if he were her chaperone, and that is when he started inserting himself into the actual production, including writing lines. And then she says the next part was alleged in their lawsuits that Ryan and Blake, perhaps in response to her husband's anger, began inserting themselves in the effort to change lines and change scenes. And of course, the allegation that Ryan Reynolds was making fun of Justin Baldoni in his movie when he played the character Nice Pool. And we did hear this, I believe, from Justin's lawsuit, but correct me if I'm wrong, but she also says that allegedly Ryan presented an ultimatum to WME, the biggest talent agency in Hollywood, whose client roster include everyone from Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni. Basically saying that it's us or him. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what Justin Baldoni also alleged. And I think he said it happened either at the premiere of It Ends With Us or the premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine. Obviously, she says we know what happens next. He gets dropped by WME. Wayfarer Studios had effectively been instantly blackballed, persona non grata in Hollywood instantly, and truly they had done nothing wrong but cast a woman into one of their movies with an allegedly very jealous husband. My source says that Justin Baldoni is legitimately a good guy who truly wanted to do this project, but he cares deeply about women issues. And she goes on to give what she she believes. She says, I think Blake was fine with everything in the movie she signed on for, hence not requesting an intimacy coordinator, and then all that changed the day her husband showed up on set and allegedly blew a fuse. She also believes that it was probably him that demanded Justin be put in the basement for the premiere. Obviously, because I said I'd be covering this situation, I'm giving you guys what she's putting out there. Do you believe her? That's up to you.
While the official excuse is that he was already in talks to return as Dr. Doom, some people aren't buying it. Because when you connect the dots, there seems to be a pattern emerging. Hollywood's elite are distancing themselves from Ryan Reynolds. And it might have everything to do with the ongoing drama surrounding Justin Baldoni. For those who don't know, Justin Baldoni has been at the center of a storm involving none other than Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Candace Owens recently claimed that she spoke to an inside source who alleged that Ryan was the one who set the whole thing in motion. According to the source, it all started when Ryan took an unusual interest in the production of a film that Blake was working on. He reportedly began showing up on set unannounced, checking the dailies, which are basically the raw, unedited footage from that day's shoot, and even inserting himself into the scriptwriting process. And if that wasn't enough, things took an even darker turn when Ryan allegedly started pulling strings behind the scenes to get Justin blacklisted in Hollywood. Candace's source claims that Ryan approached WME, one of the biggest talent agencies in Hollywood, and gave them an ultimatum. Either they drop Justin, or they lose Ryan and Blake. And as if by magic, Justin suddenly found himself cut off from opportunities he had previously been lined up for. But here's where things get even more suspicious. This isn't the first time Ryan has allegedly pulled these kinds of power moves. Remember Deadpool 2? Fans were shocked when Morena Baccarin, who played Vanessa, had her role dramatically reduced. At the time, it was brushed off as a creative decision. But now, new reports suggest that Ryan might have had a hand in pushing her to the sidelines. And if that's true, then it's starting to look like a pattern. One where Ryan Reynolds ensures that he has the final say on who stays and who goes. And Morena isn't the only one. TJ Miller, who played Weasel in the Deadpool movies, has openly spoken about how Ryan treated him on set. According to TJ, Ryan's behavior shifted after the first Deadpool became a massive hit, and suddenly, he was no longer the laid-back co-star people thought he was. Instead, TJ described him as mean-spirited and controlling, even recalling a moment where Ryan made it clear that TJ was just a minor player in the movie and should know his place. And it's not just Ryan. Blake Lively has also been making waves for all the wrong reasons. Take her latest film, Another Simple Favor, the sequel to A Simple Favor, where she stars alongside Anna Kendrick. According to insider reports, Anna has been actively trying to distance herself from Blake amid the growing controversy. And if you've seen the movie's poster, you might have noticed something strange. Anna Kendrick's name is listed first, as it should be since she's the bigger star, but Blake's name is strategically placed higher up, as if to visually imply she has top billing. Some insiders believe this was a calculated move to make it look like Blake is on equal footing with Anna, despite the clear difference in their careers. And if you need more proof that Hollywood is starting to turn on Ryan and Blake, just look at what Martha Stewart recently said. When asked which celebrities would be the most fun to hang out with, she completely dismissed Ryan, saying that while he might seem funny on screen, he's actually incredibly serious and not nearly as charming in real life. And while that might sound like a harmless comment, fans believe Martha was subtly trying to warn people that the Ryan Reynolds they see in interviews isn't the real Ryan Reynolds. At this point, the evidence is piling up. Between RDJ's refusal to work with Ryan, the allegations of Hollywood blacklisting, and even industry legends like Martha Stewart hinting at his true personality, it's becoming clear that something is up. The real question is, how much longer can Ryan and Blake keep up the act before the rest of Hollywood turns against them? Of course, Ryan and Blake have built a brand around their perfect couple image, and their fans are incredibly loyal. But with more and more people coming forward with stories that paint them in a different light, that image is starting to crack. And if RDJ's decision to stay far away from Ryan is anything to go by, this might just be the beginning of the downfall. So what do you think? Did RDJ dodge a bullet by rejecting Deadpool and Wolverine? Are Ryan and Blake really as controlling as insiders claim, or is this all just a bunch of Hollywood drama? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more celebrity news.